being dead, then brought back to life. It changed me.
Wait a minute. My boy has been training with Goku. I'm done. So, Red Hood. Mystical Bounce Boy Jason. Oh, by the way, I'm not really a commentary channel. I mostly play games, but I feel like it's weird just to have the clips play on screen. So I kind of copied Nova and made sprites for videos like these.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
But that's not really important. What is important is...
Red Hood gained new abilities after being resurrected by an assassin cult. Here, he uses Mystical Leap to move across the rooftop springboarded by his own soul energy.
This leap looks dumb. And I was pretty vocal about that in my last video. But I also did say, like, the lore behind it works. It's just the execution is, I don't want to say bad, but fucking awful. I think the color, the type of aura they use is what's wrong. The greenish color is too bright for someone like Jason, you know? Now, the jump effect, I think that's bigger than the color, to be honest. It has this magical, arcane look, which, I mean, makes sense. The Lazarus Pit is essentially magic, right? But it's not sitting right. When I think of Red Hood, I don't think magic. Now, I don't want to just complain and whine about it. I decided to draw the idea I had in my head of what it should have been. Oh, by the way, I drew the under the Red Hood version because, I mean...
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be.
No. Not you. No, ignore the quality of my drawing. His head looked a little big, his eyes were a little, faunty, his shoes are... When I was thinking of how a Lazarus Pit would enhance someone, I thought how that would look. Because, like, you know, Jason, before he died, didn't have power, so how would... getting in the pit give him like the meta gene, let's say. That's what DC used, right? Meta gene. So I thought the Lazarus Pit made him into a super soldier, essentially, which I think it does normally, but don't fact check me on that. Like doesn't it like enhance him anyway? The mystical aura he gets is red, and it comes off in sparks. Like Super Saiyan 3 or 4 Cal from My Hero. I feel like this ability is filled by his rage, so it's something that he can control. So if he's like, oh, I need to get on this roof, he channels his anger, and bam, his physical capabilities are boosted, aka he can do a mystical jump. I didn't want to stop there though, because the way my leap works, he can't just hop on the air like the canon version. Like, he kind of just makes an air leaf for him to hop off of. So how would it look? Last video I said something like Sunset Overdrive, but I thought of a simpler version. But I had to go to a dark place to get an example of what I envisioned. DC Universe Online. I made a little makeshift Red Hood and everything. With his mystical ability, he has the stamina, or I don't know, something like that, to run across the side of the building, then quickly lift off, and then use like a zip hook to get to another ledge, like Spider-Man's web hook from the games. Now that's never gonna happen because that would make Red Hood's traversal the most involved. And I'm sure they're going for a balance between all the knights so you don't prefer one over the other too much, but it'd be a cool thought nonetheless. Oh, while I'm here, I guess we could talk about the Kamehameha bullet. I don't like it, but I don't dislike it, if that makes sense. If I had the opportunity, I would also change that. I'd give him advanced vision. Like, you know that mode in the Hitman games when you can slow time and aim at multiple targets? I would do that here. And essentially it's doing the same thing that the bullet tracking people does. And as far as like the slow-mo and co-op, as you've seen in like some clips, they don't mind slowing down the game for your co-op partner. Like, I also like how this little burst mode, his eyes glow. It looks pretty cool. I actually put that on my version because of it. I said it before, I'm still gonna play Red Hood. I'm just not gonna use the leap. I'm gonna grapple and use the bike. I mean, of course, I'm gonna use the leap sometimes, but it ruins the immersion of being Red Hood, you know? It's like if they wanted to give Nightwing a ranged weapon, and they didn't want him to throw his batons, right? Because how are they get him back? So they gave him armor gauntlets that shoot like Iron Man beams. That would be cool. It could even be useful. But then at that point, you don't really like Nightwing, do you? I'm still excited for this game. I'd redesigned the Mystic Leap. See ya.